it is time to braid this hair, and I'm so excited because I haven't had braids since October, which is crazy. I usually do my braids very frequently. I feel like at least once every other month I get braids, whether it's like cornrows or whatever, but I'm about to do some boho braids, so let's get ready.
Plenty survive with this just to make your money day. But my people then go say I know one buy, I know one die, I know one baby. I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know. You tell me what's it go? G-Wagon, all the Bentley, the gas, ride the whip, I no fee, die for nothing. What's it go? G-Wagon, all the Bentley, the gas, ride the whip. Different things them happening, schemes and packaging. In a one night for shows, I'm juggling. Flow like the ocean, my boat, I'm paddling. Shout out Shinabella, that's my bro, my family. Frozen drinks. When it comes to money, I did concentrate. But I tell you straight, you are not my mate. If you become a shine, I'll be head of state. For my people, then go say, I know one buy, I know one die, I know one baby. I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know. What's it go?
We are almost done with hair prep. There's just one more thing I gotta do. This video is sponsored by Ywigs. Shout out to them for providing the curly hair for this video. So as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing boho braids. And for boho braids, preferably you want to use good quality human hair to make it last longer. So quick unboxing. We have a bag here, has their logo on it. Your hair, your way. Y hair. The bag comes with the hair itself, and as far as like a little goodie, we have a clip. And this is the hair we are going to be using. There are 3 bundles here. Guys, I have a boho braid tutorial on my channel already. And to be honest, it's not my fave. It's not my fave, and I know why. It's because I didn't use enough hair. I literally used half a bundle for that style, and I'll link it so you can see what I'm talking about. Today, my goal is to use all 3 bundles. And because my parts are gonna be large, we need the volume of the hair to be big. That being said, this is what the hair is looking like. This is what it's feeling like. I like that it's already kind of pre-parted a little bit, so I don't have to mess with the curl pattern too much. One thing that I think would be beneficial buying the boho braids rather than cutting an old wig or old tracks like I did previously is that you can skip that step altogether. So I'm gonna take my rat tail comb and see if it's almost like there's a chemical or something here holding the hair together, because I can't. Okay, I guess I just gotta comb it out. So let's quickly do that. Okay. And as I'm combing up the top, What I'm checking for is making sure there aren't any flyaways or like short hair that could kind of get in the way or decrease the volume of the bundle that I'm looking for. So that shows me that this is like thick, thorough hair. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and prep this and get started on a few braids and show you guys how I plan to do my braids. Okay, I know this looks a little wild right now, but we are trusting the process, okay? We're trusting the process. All right, we've made some progress. It's been 1 hour and we got 2 rows. That's, let's see, 3 plus 4, 7 braids in 1 hour. I don't know how to feel about that when I say it like that, but it feels like progress. This is what we're working with. I think that we're doing good. I'll say the first row, I didn't include the curly pieces because I find that at the nape of the neck, that's where you get the most tangling. And I just don't want to mess with that. And it's like, who's going to see all the way down there anyway? So typically in the back in general, like the first couple rows, I don't put curly pieces. But because I want this look to be full voluminous, since I'm doing large parts, I've started including it back there. So we're on to our 3rd row. I think we're making decent progress. I'm still getting used to braiding, especially with nails. Guys, when I have press-ons, right, typically I would literally just pop them off for the sake of braiding. I'm not even joking with you. Like, I would just pop them off right now because I can't braid with nails. It's just not something that I have mastered doing, but these are gel-X, so I'm not able to pop them off as I would like to. So anyway, I'm gonna quickly show you how I've been doing the braids here in the corner and then just give more examples as I'm getting through the rest of my head. So y'all have seen me do this before, right? I don't know if this is really gonna be a braiding tutorial. It's more so like showing how I'm doing the boho, but real quick, I like to grab a piece there. I'm right-handed, so I take my right hand to add the extensions. So first piece I'm adding in, I go like this, and then I put it under my index finger and let this fall into the middle. And then I take this, I don't think you guys are I'm gonna have to show you a few times for you to get it. And then I keep braiding until I'm back in my original position. And I take another piece, do the same thing. Like I put one strand under my index finger and let this be like on the middle strand. And then I braid and I go into the next braid. And then this is the 3rd piece. So I start off with 3 up top and then I add throughout the length of the braid as I'm going. I don't think this is gonna be my best work, not gonna lie. It feels a little loose. Actually, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, but the nails are really getting in my way, not gonna lie. Okay, so I try not to go too far before I add the first piece of boho braids. So I kind of do a similar thing. I add and I just start braiding, okay? Start braiding. You wanna do a few before you then section this away. And I like to clip it, you see? I like to clip it away and then keep braiding, right? And because again, these are large parts, I want it to be very full. I am going to add about 3 curly pieces to the length of the hair. So at this point where we've gone like, what's that, like 2 inches or so? Where we've gone like 2 inches down, this is the point where I would add the next piece. So, and it helps, I put some gel at the tip to keep the hair from having like too much flyaways. So you also saw how I just added that in, right? I hope you did. Okay, and then at this point, kind of do the same thing, put it away, and keep braiding. Now, you'll see that my braid looks like it's about to end. And that's just not gonna work because you see the length of the back. So what we have to do at this point is add more hair extension, right? We're gonna add more hair extension, then we'll add the final curly piece. So to do that, I'm taking another piece of hair. This is kind of like the size that I have parted out. And I just added the same way I've been adding the curly pieces. Braid a little bit, then I add the second bit. Actually, let me braid a little bit further before I add the second bit, because yeah. Sometimes it's like each braid can be a little different than the rest. And I add a second piece and then braid down a little bit till I can gauge where this third piece is gonna go. I think right here is good. I take the third piece, add it in. I hope y'all can see. Okay, so now I have enough hair to get the length that I'm desiring, but guess what? We still gotta add another curly piece. Now, another thing to consider is as you're braiding the curly pieces in, you might come to a point where it starts to stick out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that, right? Like, you see that piece sticking out? I keep a pair of scissors handy to just trim those off as I'm going, because it's a lot, it feels tedious when you're done braiding and you have to go through each braid and cut off those pieces that are sticking out. So I try to tackle them as I'm going. Let's see. Oh, there goes 74. Okay. Oh, y'all can't even see what I'm doing. This looks insane. I'm like low-key, like really it's 10 p.m. and this is where I'm at. That's crazy. And it's a Wednesday night. I don't think I'm going to bed tonight. I do think I have a lot of energy because I had coffee this morning. This is one braid. You see how full and luscious that looks? I love it. I love it. So on to the next one. Progress. Let me step back. That's what we're looking like. Let's see that parting. Clean lines, clean lines. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna have to change strategy a little bit towards the top because I'm noticing that like there's more body along the lengths and not really up top. And so what I need to do is I'm probably gonna start adding 4 curly pieces per braid, and I'm gonna add the first curly piece like right at the root, right at the very start of the braid, and I'll show you what that might look like. But you know what, so far so good. I'm happy with the progress. I'm just not happy with the fact that I'm doing this late at night. I can't even tell you what time it is right now because it's kind of embarrassing. Pull out the section and And let me give the first part. I'm trying to do brick method again to hide parts and whatnot. It's kind of a small braid. I'm gonna have to do it like here. I think, oh, that's not straight. This is always where it gets challenging, but it's okay. You know what? It's a front braid. You need it to be full, whatever. Yeah, it's not really laying right with the brick method, but it's okay. So we're gonna do first braid, the first part, and the second one, curly piece at this point. And braid. Kind of making this up as I go, figure out what works best. Then put the curly piece aside. And then I'm trying to think. No, I don't think, not at this point. I think I'll do this. And then at this point, I'll add the third straight piece, I think. It's mathematics. I think that did it. So you go straight, curly, straight, skip, straight. And it gives you the same result, but with a curly piece very early on in the braid. Nice. Yeah, so that's how I'm gonna do the rest of up top here, so that I can maintain fullness towards the top of the hair. And then even at this point, I will add another curly piece. Set it aside. Tuck them in. My tuck game is not that strong. It's the point that I guess I will start adding the extra length. And then we have our extra length. After a few more braids, we're gonna add. Should I just do it? Okay, the last curly piece we have is here. So it's 1, 2. It would have been ideal to do 3 and then 4. Child, this is a lot of maths. But I'm gonna stick to 3 pieces. I'm gonna stick to 3. I think I'm still gonna get what I need by just doing that. We'll see. This is our third curly piece. And that is how we are going to attempt this. All right, we are at the final point of the video to show you guys the final look. And don't worry, I'll show you the full length in just a second, but these are what these braids are looking like. I love them, and the curly pieces feel soft. This is actually day 3 of me wearing this hair. I have to say, these are probably the best boho braids I have ever done on myself. Like, they're large parts, right? But the fullness with the curly pieces and the juxtaposition, the placement in that, it eats. So I'm very, very pleased with the outcome. Shout out again to Ywigs for sponsoring this video and providing the curly pieces. They feel very soft. I've added some mousse to it to add more definition. Again, this is day 3 and it still looks good. I'm not feeling any tangling just yet. Tangling is inevitable though, so as long as you stay ahead of it, try to add some product, brush it out a little bit or comb it out a little bit from time to time to minimize the knotting. You should be good. And honestly, when it starts to dread and when it starts to knot, I don't mind. Like, I think it gives that like It gives that like dreaded look. Look at this. It gives that dreaded effortless look. So I actually don't mind the knotting too much. But these are the braids, guys. I love them. They look so good. And I can style them. Wow. Guys, more happy. And then of course, you know, if I don't want to do a middle part, I could do a side part like so. And the hair, again, it looks so full. So let me give you a full view, a full look of these braids. Let's go.